Shalom to all my Akim, all my Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters out there that's identifying with their true heritage and their culture, and that's teaching others the same, that we are the true Hebrew Israelites of the scriptures. Uh, I want to talk about something today that has to do with a lot of the people that I used to look up to, and a lot of the people that some of y'all still look up to out there, because they got money, because they are highly skilled at the particular talents that they got. So by you being a fan to these people, you think that they, are the, how could I put it, people that you would want to follow, people that you think got wisdom, people that you think are better than the average person, when in actuality they're not. So what we're going to talk about today is sports, or the word sport. What does that word mean? What's the definition of that word sport? So we're going to dabble off into that word, and we're going to find out through the scriptures what it means to be a sport, or what it means to sport. Okay, so we're going to start with the book of Judges. And we're going to go to chapter 16. And we're going to start at verse 25. Okay, this is Judges 16. And we're going to start at verse 25. It says, "And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, Call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport, and they set him between the pillars." Okay, now this particular verse right here is about Samson. Alright, remember when Delilah had Samson's locks cut off, and he lost his strength, he lost his power, he became in a weakened state, and that allowed his enemies to overtake him. Okay, and once see, that's what the Most High was talking about, giving your strength unto a woman. So Samson revealed to Delilah his strength, where his strength lied at, and the Most High said, don't reveal your strength unto a woman. So you're not supposed to let a woman know too much about you, especially where your strengths lie at. If you know boxing, what particular style of martial arts you know, or anything of that nature, where a woman can use something against you to try to defeat you or put you in a weakened state, because you don't reveal certain things to her about your strengths. And that's where Samson made his mistake at, when he revealed his strength to her about his hair, and she was able to weaken him when she found that out. Cut his hair off, and his enemies overtook him, because that's where his strength lied at. So now we got him in a situation where, like the scripture says, I'm going to read it one more time. This is Judges 16, we start at verse 25. It says, "And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry," and these are Samson's enemies, the people that had him locked up in the prison house. "And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, Call for Samson, that he may make us sport. and they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport, and they set him between the pillars. You know, it's just like people that's involved in the sports world. This ain't no different. You got all these elites that's sitting around in these arenas, and they getting drunk. They feeling merry. They feeling happy. You know, because they got their slaves out there that's getting ready to entertain them, that they're getting ready to make a sport of. So they called Samson out of the prison house, okay, somewhere where they had Samson contained at until they brought him out on the floor so they could make a sport of him, just like these athletes when they in like a prison house, what they call the locker room, okay. So they in the locker room. When you lock something, it's contained, just like a prison house. They locked up, so they in the locker room. And when it's time for them to come out, when they get called out onto the floor, it's time for them to be made a sport of, like Samson. We're going to read this verse again from the top. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars. Okay? So they set him between the pillars. And you know, while Samson was standing between the pillars, you know, he was making sport of himself. They was making sport of him. You know, they was mocking him. They was, you know, talking about how they cut his hair and how they weakened him, how they used Delilah to do it, how they set him up with this woman. And now this strong man that they done got bound up now, you know, it was a game, it was a sport to them, it was funny to them, you know, that they done took a strong man of the Lord and took him and weakened him, you know, and took away his strength. You know, so now they making a sport of him. It's a game, you know, it was a game to them. So now we're going to go down to verse 27. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport. So you got all these men and women, you got all these lords of the Philistines, you know, thousands of men and women that was on the rooftops, you know, like at let's say the Staples Center or the United Center, you know. You got all these people that's sitting amongst the rooftops at the top of they damn near at the top of the ceiling, you know. It's the same thing like back in the day. They inside of an arena, you know. And all of these people are there, all these elites are there, all these rich people are there, you know, making sport of all these players. You know, just like on the football field, they making sport of these guys. You know, they making fun of them, they mocking these people. You know, because they running around with little or nothing on. Basketball, you know, before Jordan started wearing the big baggy shorts, they was wearing little bitty tight shorts. And Jordan, he didn't want to wear no little tight, skimpy shorts, so he started wearing the big loose ones, you know. And on the football field, you got these grown men running around on the field with these tight, I don't know what you call them, leotards or whatever, but they're real tight. And on the basketball court, on the football court, the coach or whomever was slapping these men on their ass. You know, it's making a sport of them, man. Why would you want to slap another grown man on his ass for? Why is that a custom of the sport called basketball and football, man? That's homosexual to me. So you got these people making a sport of Samson. They mocking him. You know, they're saying all type of twisted things about him. Then you got these elites, man, that's perverts, man. They get off on watching these men run up and down the basketball courts, running up and down the football field with these tight shorts on, with these tight leotard pants on, man. They get off on that, man. You know, they get off on seeing another man slap another man on the ass. You know, and that's sick, man. That's why they call these particular events sporting events, because they making a mockery of the people that's out there being made sport of. You know. So now we're going to go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 26. And we're going to start at verse 19. So is the man that deceiveth his neighbor, and saith, am not I in sport? Now get that. You know, that's real deep right there, man. Okay, we're gonna run this back. This is Proverbs chapter 26, verse 19. And it says, so is the man that deceiveth his neighbor, and saith, am not I in sport? So a man that's in sport is deceiving his neighbor. You know, all these athletes, man, you know, they involved in a sport, man, where they are deceiving their neighbors, man. And who are their neighbors, man? They so-called brothers and sisters, man. They so-called Israelite brothers and sisters, man. You know, so when you go to these sporting events to see these so-called athletes, man, these basketball players and these football players and these boxers, man, whatever sport, man, you're being deceived by them when you go there, man, because they taking your attention away from what you really should be doing, you know, with your time. You investing your time and your money into being deceived by these sport figures, man, when you should be at home teaching your kids, man, or edifying one of your brothers and sisters, man, on what's really going on in this world, man, behind the scenes, man. Instead of that, you sitting up in some arena watching these men and women run up and down these courts and these fields, making a mockery of themselves, man. You know, you gotta do something better with your time, man, instead of allowing yourself to be deceived by these sports, man. Okay, we're gonna read this verse one more time. It says, so is the man that deceiveth his neighbor, and saith, am not I in sport? Okay, so they're deceiving you, man. They're sporting you. That's why they call these events sports, man, because they know that when they put these events on the television or whatever, or when people come to these arenas, that they're about to be deceived, man. Okay? And what is the sole mission of the devil, man? Is to deceive the very elect, man. You know, so don't allow yourself to be deceived, you know, by these events, man, because it's taking your attention away, your mind away from what's really important, man. All right. So now we're gonna go to the book of Isaiah, and we're gonna start at chapter 57. All right, book of Isaiah, chapter 57, and we're going to start at verse 3. It says, but draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. Verse 4. This is I'm gonna read chapter 3, 4, and 5 consecutively. Okay, I don't want to chop it up in confusion, but we're gonna start over again. This is Isaiah chapter 57, and start at verse 3 all the way through 5. But draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. Against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom make ye a wide mouth and draw out the tongue? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood, inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks? Now see, the Most High is pinpointing certain events and certain people that's involved with these sports, okay? And it's so magnificent, man. This book don't lie, all right? This book does not lie, man. This book ain't nothing but the truth, man, all right? Now, we're going to start again. This is Isaiah 57, start at verse 3. It says, but draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. So a lot of these sports figures, man, spiritually, man, they was designed to be the people that they are, you know, because they mothers, man, was sorceresses, man, you know. Like, just say for instance, like Whitney Houston, her mama and her auntie Dionne Warwick, man, in the music business, man, they considered to be sorceresses, man. Like Beyonce mama, man, a high priestess, man. Her mama was sorceress, man. They dealing in the occult, man, and doing all type of satanic rituals and all these different type of things, man, to try to bring they children up into the realm of riches and fame. You know, they'll sell the souls of their children, man, in order just to get riches and fame, man, calling on these so-called muses and stuff. Like Kobe Bryant was trying to get in tune with these muses, man, these demonic spirits, man, to help enhance his game, you know. And he even had a TV show about that, man, where he was standing next to a snake, and he was teaching these little kids, telling these little kids on how to get in tune with their muse to help them enhance their talents and their abilities, man. You know, he was a sorcerer, man, just like his mama probably was a sorceress, man. You know, it says, but draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. Okay, so these children, man, these stars, these entertainers, these sports figures, man, they mama was an adulterer, man. They mamas was whores, man. You know, that's what the Most High said, man. You know, and this book don't lie, man. Michael Jordan mama, Beyonce mama, Floyd Mayweather mama, you know, all these different sports figures, man, that's highly skilled in these particular fields where they play at, man. You know. But draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. Okay, so they probably was a mom and daddy was married, and the mama was an adulterer. You know, that's what the scriptures say, man. They the seed of an adulterer and the seed of a whore, man. You know, that's why these spirits is messed up, man. Against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom make ye a wide mouth and draw out the tongue? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood? Okay, and they sporting themselves against you, man. You know, they deceiving you. They being paid millions of dollars, man, to keep y'all distracted, man. You know, from what's really going on in this world, man. You know, that's why they get paid these multi-millions of dollars, man. When these elites, man, when these demons, they see these future so-called NBA prospects in high school and in college, man, when they see the talent that they got, they quick to offer them all this money, man, you know, so they could use them to continue to distract our people, man, and to deceive our people, man, and to keep, you know what I'm saying, to keep your mind away from what's going on in this world, man, you know. Against whom make ye a wide mouth and draw out the tongue. Okay? Against whom make ye a wide mouth and draw out the tongue. Okay, who does that? Alright? Michael Jordan. The Most High is pinpointing these people, man. Against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom make ye a wide mouth and draw out the tongue? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood? Michael Jordan does that, man. When he was playing the game of basketball, man, when he was involved with that sport. When Jordan was driving to the hoop, when he go up in the air, his mouth would be wide open and his tongue would be hanging out. Okay? Kobe Bryant, he do the same thing. He did the same thing. When he was going to the hoop, he had his mouth wide open with his tongue hanging out. Alright? Rihanna, Chris Brown. You look at some of their photographs, man, that these people put in the media of them. They got to be having their mouth wide open with their tongue hanging out, man. You know? What did the Most High say? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood? You know? So they putting on a false image, man. They children of transgression, man. That means they constantly sinning, man. When they wake up in the morning, man, the only thing they think about is transgressing God's laws, man. Alright? They're a seed of falsehood, man. Ain't nothing about them true. They ain't got no truth in them. They ain't got no light in them, man. Alright? Because they dealing with falsehood, man. They dealing with transgressions all day. Go to the next verse, verse 5. Inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. Okay, inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree. Alright? Inflaming themselves with idols, man. You know, they caught up with these idols, man. All these trophies and these plaques and these awards that they get for sporting you guys, man. All these MVP awards, man. These NBA and NFL championship trophies that they get, man. You know, they inflame themselves with their idols, man. These are idols, man. That's idol worshiping, man. You see on television, man, Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or whoever, especially Floyd Mayweather, man, when they showing you they matches on TV, they taking you to these rooms where they got all their trophies at, where they got all their idols at, man. They got encased in glass. You know, that's idol worshiping, man. Now, this is where it get deep at right here. It says, inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. Alright? When some of y'all got it already, before I even say this, some of y'all already got it. I'm gonna repeat it one more time and see. I'm gonna let y'all think on this one. Alright? It says, inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. Alright? Kobe Bryant. Alright? Slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. When he went down in that helicopter, where did his helicopter crash at? Alright? In the valley under the cliffs of the rocks. That's where his helicopter went down at. Alright? Slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. Alright? When Kobe Bryant a helicopter went down in the cliffs of those rocks, in that so-called mountain or whatever, he had children aboard that helicopter. Not just his daughter, but other children that were members of his basketball team, man. Alright? Slaying the children in the valleys, under the cliffs of the rocks, man. Alright? So, the Most High used Kobe Bryant as an example, man, toward this scripture right here. Alright? This scripture right here is something that the Most High was prophesying about. Alright? And Michael Jordan fit this description. Kobe Bryant fit the description. They are major sport figures, man. If not the top elite of their sports. Alright? So the Most High is letting you know what these people are doing, man. Their practices are deceptive. They're deceiving you, man. Okay? They are children of falsehood, man. Children of transgressions. They're distracting you, man. They're deceiving you. Alright? There's no truth. There's no light in them. You shouldn't be wasting your time and spending your money on these sports and investing, trying to put your knowledge and your understanding on the statistics of these guys and their style of game. It's not going to benefit you. It don't profit you nothing. Alright? Okay? Let me read this verse one more time. Inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. Alright? And that was Kobe Bryant. That's what happened when he went down in that plane. The children got slayed, man. Alright? Under the cliffs of the rocks, man. Now, we're going to go to the book of Esdras. And you might not find the book of Esdras in the this particular King James Bible, because the Catholic Church back in the day, they took what you call the hidden books. Okay, this was originally a part of this book, although they took these books out to try to hide them because they didn't want you to get a certain knowledge and wisdom. Alright, now there are some Hebrew scriptures, some Bibles that still contain the Apocrypha, that still is one whole book. And if you can find a book like that, King James Bible that got the Apocrypha in it, it's valuable. Keep it. Okay? So we're going to go to the first book of Esdras. And we're going to go to the first chapter. And we're going to start at verse 51. And I'm going to go all the way down to 53. And it reads, but they had his... Oh, and this is about making sport of the prophets, making sport of the messengers of the Most High. So we dealt with the sports figures, and we broke down sport and what it means for these athletes to be involved in sports, and how it affects you, and what its intent is for. All right. So now we're going to go to the prophets and what the word sport means towards the prophets of the Most High. It says, but they had his messengers in derision, and look, when the Lord spake unto them, they made sport of his prophets. Alright? But they had his messengers in derision. And look, when the Lord spake unto them, they made sport of his prophets. Alright? So when you see these brothers out on the streets that's teaching the words of the Most High, and then you got a lot of family and friends, man, that when the words of the Most High come out, you know, they want to put the messengers in derision, man. They want to start playing games and using semantics and all this different type of stuff, man. Trying to divert the words of the Most High, man. You know, making the sport of the prophets, man. You know, trying to make a mockery of the messengers of the Most High, man. Trying to make fun of them, saying this, that, and the third. You know, going all around the truth, man. You know, because they don't want to hear the truth, man. You know, they like these lies that these so-called that America is bringing forth, man, like Christmas and Thanksgiving and you know, sports and all these fairy tales, man, that they dish out, their educational system, man. You know, that's what y'all like. Y'all like that type of stuff, man. But when the Lord spake unto them, when the Most High speak to y'all through his messengers, man, they made a sport of his prophets, man. You know, mocking them and all that type of stuff, man. And let's go to the next verse, verse 52. So far forth that he, being wroth with his people for their great ungodliness, commanded the kings of the Chaldees to come up against them. So because y'all, man, y'all want to mock the prophets, man, y'all want to mock the messengers of the Most High, man, the Most High is going to send y'all enemies against y'all, man. He gonna set up people, man, to come against y'all, man, and lock y'all up in prison, man, or to hurt y'all, man, or even possibly kill y'all, man, because y'all making sport of his word, man. You know, and that's ungodly, man, when you mock the messengers of the Most High, man. And we're gonna go to verse 53. Who slew their young men with the sword, yeah, even within the compass of their holy temple, and spared neither young man nor maid, old man nor child, among them, for he delivered all into their hands. Okay? So what the scripture saying, man, that because y'all want to mock the prophets of the Most High, man, y'all being ungodly, man, the Most High is going to command people to come up against y'all, man, that's going to slay y'all children, man, you know. And he ain't going to have no mercy, man. He ain't gonna have no mercy, man. He don't care if you a young man. He don't care if you a baby. You know what I'm saying? He don't care if you an old man. He ain't gonna care, man. He gonna deliver your children, man, into the hands of your enemies, man. He gonna deliver you into the hands of your enemy, man. Why? Because you making the sport of his prophets, man. You are mocking, man. And the Most High said in the last days, man, that it was gonna be mockers and scoffers, man, against him. So you ain't really mocking the prophets, man. You ain't mocking the messengers, man. You ain't making sport of us, man. You making sport of the Most High, man. You mocking the Most High. You ridiculing, you know what I'm saying, the creator of the heavens and the earth, man. You really ridiculing your creator, man. You know? Why? Because you brainwashed up under the captivity of your enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? Into thinking that, you know, it's fun, it's normal to be wicked, man. It's normal to be a devil, man. It ain't normal. That ain't normal, man. When you go against your creator, man. You know, it's chastisement that's gonna come, you know, because of you being disobedient, man. Our people went into captivity. That was prophesied that was gonna happen for 400 years, man. That done came to pass, man. We still in the land of our captivity, man. And through all the stuff that our people done been through, dealing with these so-called Edomites over here, man, it seems like by y'all, some of y'all reading these scriptures, man, and knowing the prophecies of this book, that y'all will wake up, man, and realize what time it is, man. You know? And like the scriptures say, man, because y'all want to make sport of the Most High, make sport of his prophets, man, he gonna send y'all enemies against y'all, man, to come at you and to come after your kids, man. That's why a lot of these kids out here dying on the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Because their parents is wicked, man, and refuse to come back to the laws and the commandments of the Most High, and they ain't teaching their kids that. They teaching their kids, you know, how to be wicked, man. Teaching these little kids how to twerk these uncles and cousins and big brothers and you know, people that these kids done grew up with, their friends and stuff, teaching them how to cook up crack and how to sell dope and how to use a gun and all this type of stuff, man. Teaching them how to be destructive, man. And ain't nobody trying to teach their kids how to be righteous, man. That's why the Most High is getting ready to bring that judgment down on you Israelites, man. You so-called 2/3, man. The Most High is getting ready to destroy a lot of y'all niggas, man. Alright, now we're finna go to the book of Leviticus. And this is another thing about so-called Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, Zab Judah. Yeah, I said Zab Judah, and you're finna find out why. Alright, so we get in the book of Leviticus, Leviticus chapter 21. And we're going to go to verse 5. It says, they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. So they shall not make baldness upon their heads, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beards, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. So being an Israelite, the Most High commandment, man, this is a commandment. All right, this is law. That you're not supposed to make baldness upon your head. You're not supposed to shave off all your hair. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Zab Judah. Alright, you're not supposed to shave off the corners of your beard. You're not supposed to shave your beard off. Alright, you can trim it down. You can trim it down, but you can't take a razor and mar off into it and cut all the hair completely off. That's a transgression. You can't not do the same to your head. You can't take a razor to your head and completely bald your head. Alright, the Most High said they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beards, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. Alright? The cuttings in your flesh, man, those are those brands that you get in that Greek sorority, man. These is the tattoos that Dennis Rodman done got all over his body, man. That LeBron, so-called King James, this is a mockery toward the Israelite that translated these Hebrew scriptures, man. King James, that's mockery towards him, man. Alright? Got all these tattoos on you, man. The Most High said, man, nor make any cuttings in thy flesh. You ain't supposed to make your head bald or your face bald. Alright? That's a transgression, man. So when these so-called sports figures do that, they showing their allegiance to these demons, man, that own these teams. Alright? Where they getting all their riches from, man. You know? That's how they show their allegiance to them, man. When they shave off their head, shave off their beard. And they get all these tattoos, man. And you looking at that, and you in love with these athletes, man, and you think it's cool to shave off your head, to shave hair off your head, to shave your beard, to get all these tattoos and stuff, because they doing it. You think it's cool, man. And you don't know, if you don't know these scriptures, man, you falling behind these people, man, you're transgressing the laws of the Most High, man. Alright? And now we're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, and then I'm going to close it out. Alright? So, the book of Deuteronomy, and we're going to go to chapter 14, and we're going to do verse 1 and 2. It says, ye are the children of the Lord your God, Yahweh. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. Alright? So we are children of the Most High, man. We ain't supposed to cut ourselves, man, or make any baldness in between our eyes for the dead, man. So you ain't supposed to be shaving off your eyebrows. And you got a lot of women that do that. They'll shave off their eyebrows and then take something like dark pencil and then draw a fake eyebrow on their eyes, man. That's stupidity. That's stupid, man. That's like I'm gonna shave off all the hair off my head and then take a black marker and put dark marks all around my head to look like hair. That's insanity, man. All right. What did the Most High say? He said, "Ye are the children of the Lord, Yahweh, the Lord your God. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead." Verse 2, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the face of the earth." So we are the holy people, man. The Israelites, man, we the children of the Most High, man. There are no other holy people on the face of the earth, man, except for the children of Israel, man. The 12 tribes. What did the Most High say? He said, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee." Not all the other nations, not no African man, not no European man, not no Chinese man, not no East Indian man, not no Arab man. I don't care. Are you Christians, you Catholics, man, you Muslims, You Hindus or whatever, man. You Buddhists or whatever, man. You Harry Christians, man, whatever. What did the Most High say, man? He said, for thou art a holy people, the Israelites, unto the Lord thy God. And the Lord have chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself. So he chose us unto himself, man. Not all these other nations, man. The Most High don't love everybody, man. He only chose the Israelites, man, to be a holy people, a peculiar people unto himself, man. Above all the nations that are upon the earth, man. Alright? So he chose us, man, above all other nations, man, to be a holy people. We the only holy people, man. Alright? So don't let TD Jakes, man, Creflo Dollar, your pastor pork chop at your church, Joel Osteen, all these other false prophets, man, that's dealing with these fake religions, man, like Christianity and the Catholic Church, man. The Most High ain't dealing with them, man. Alright? Because they ain't keeping God's laws, keeping God's commandments, man. Alright? Especially them so-called preachers, man, that got bald heads, man. That got their beard shaved off, man. They ain't keeping the commandments of the Most High, man. Alright? They got them churches, man, through these Europeans, man. That's how they able to do what they do and generate their cash flow. Because they're going, it's a system that they following, man. They're being governed, man. They being told what to say. Alright? They receiving perks, man, to keep you away from the truth of this book. Alright? Just because they hold this book in their hand, man, don't mean that they're going to give you a true understanding of this book, because they're not set up to do that. Alright? They set up to give you false doctrine, man. Alright? So that's what it is, man. We are the holy people of the Most High, man. He chose us above all other nations, man. Alright? We are the children of the Most High. We ain't supposed to make no cuttings on ourselves, man. We ain't supposed to shave our head. We ain't supposed to cut off our beard, man. And if you encounter anybody who claim to be righteous, man, that claim to be holy, that's putting on a form of godliness, but they denying the power thereof because they ain't keeping the Most High's laws, man, you got to get away from them, man. You can't let them get in your ear, man, because they're going to twist up your understanding, man. They're going to have you walking around here confused, man, because this is Babylon. This is the daughter of Babylon. America is, man. And Babylon means confusion, man. They want to keep you confused. They want to keep you in derision. They want to keep you distracted, man. They want to deceive you, man. Alright? You know? So, a lot of our people ain't going to make it, man, because they caught up in the governing of America, man. You know, when the truth come out, when the real truth come out, man, by the messengers of the Most High, y'all want to make sport of them, man. You know, y'all want to mock them, and y'all want to say this and say that and turn y'all back on the Most High. And he going to send these wicked devils after y'all, man. He going to send them after you and your kids, man, because you're mocking the Most High and his messengers, man. Alright? Stop wasting y'all time watching these sporting events, man. Investing y'all money and betting and gambling and all this other type of stuff, man. You know? Because these are the children of transgression, man, the seed of evildoers, man. Okay? These people, they dealing like Kobe, man, was dealing with the occult, man, dealing with demonic spirits, man, trying to enhance his game on the court. The same thing with Michael Jordan, man. You know, it ain't no different, man. It's the same thing. So we got to come out of that, man. You know, get this understanding, man, and get this word while you're able to, man. You know, come out of these churches, man. Come out of the Christian church. Come out of the Catholic church. Alright? You know what I'm saying? Study, man, and show thyself approved unto God, man. Study this book for yourself and learn, and ask the Most High to give you the spiritual, give you an understanding, man, to be able to get a full knowledge of his word, man, so you'll know how to get around all these devices that's set up out here to deceive you with, man. Alright? You teach your kids to do the same, man. Get them in this book. Alright? Get them out them schools, man, and teach your kids at home, man. What did the Most High say? Bring up a child in the way that he shall go, man, and when he is older, he won't depart from it, man. That's why a lot of our kids is wicked out here, because they being brought up in a certain way in America, man, and they ain't leaving away from it, man. And they only being taught how to be devils in this country, man. That's why they out here dying like they doing, man. bring your kids up at home and you teach them the ways of the Most High, man. All right, teach them how to be righteous, man. Teach them how to love their brother, man. You know, teach them how to be, teach these young women how to be chase keepers at home, to love their children and to be obedient to their husbands, man. You know, that's what we need to be doing, man. We need to be bringing our kids up in the understanding of this book, man, because this is our book, man. This is our history, and this is our culture, man. This is our heritage, man. All right, this is what's gonna maintain us and keep us alive in these last days, man. You know, and anything else outside of this, man, means our ultimate destruction, man. And these devils out here know it, man. That's why they trying to distract you and deceive you with all these different devices out here that they got set up, taking away your attention, man. All right, away from what's really going on. And what's really going on, this is what's going on. All right. So my brothers and sisters out there, Shalom.